Welcome to Souped Up Recipes. Today we're making Chinese steamed pork buns. I grew up with this. It is my staple breakfast and I got a lot of requests for this. People are asking me how to make a soft, fluffy steamed buns. Well, it's not hard as long as you know how to make the dough. So today, in this video, I'm going to show you all my tips to ensure you success on making your own steamed buns. Let's get started. First, add 1 teaspoon of yeast into 250 grams of warm water. Make sure it is fully dissolved. In a large bowl, add 500 grams of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of sugar. Give it a mix to cooperate it well. Pour the yeast water in batches. Use chopstick to stir it until it looks like this. Then start gathering all the flour together. Make it into a dough. You don't need to knead this into super smooth. Roughly like that is fine. Cover it and let it sit for 1 hour and 40 minutes. This is the first proof. My room temperature is 21 degrees Celsius. You will need to adjust the time depending on the temperature. While the dough is sitting, let's make the filling. I have 300 grams of ground pork here. Add 1 teaspoon of grated garlic, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of oyster sauce, half teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of dark soy sauce, a drizzle of sesame oil. Add 1/3 cup of chicken stock. The chicken stock I used is non-flavored. If you use flavored broth, you will need to adjust the saltiness in this recipe. You just stir the meat for 2 or 3 minutes until the meat absorbs the liquid. By doing this, your filling will turn out incredibly juicy. Add half cup of diced spring onion. Keep mixing it until well combined. You can also add some other vegetables such as cabbage, carrot, leek. Today, I am making the simple pork bun, so I don't add anything else. You can cook a small amount of filling in a microwave to see if you want to adjust the flavor, because there is no undo after you wrap the filling. Set this in the fridge. Now, let's check the dough. There are always some signs that will tell you your dough is ready. First, the size should be about 1.8 to 2 times bigger. Second, softly touch the surface. You can feel that there is a lot of air bubbles inside. It's very fluffy. Third, if you grab the dough and open it up, inside should look like this. I know a lot of people will poke a hole in the middle of the dough. If the hole doesn't bounce back immediately, that means it is ready, but I forgot to show you that. Sprinkle some flour to prevent sticky. Put the dough on the working surface and we will start kneading the dough to get rid of all the air bubbles. I will show you how to do that. Grab the dough, fold it in half, press it down against the working surface. Every time you press the dough, make sure you squeeze the dough so you can push the air out. You should be able to feel and hear that the air bubbles are breaking. I just decided to cut the dough in half because it is quite difficult to work with a big batch of dough, especially I'm so skinny. Save the half and keep kneading the other half. I have seen a lot of people just roughly knead the dough for a few minutes. I can do that too, but the bun probably not gonna be as fluffy as I want. The reason I'm doing this is because the bubbles from the first proof are always irregular. Once you get rid of them, and the second proof will provide you smaller, fluffier, and regular bubbles. You just keep doing this for about 8 minutes. This is how I check if all the air is disappeared. You just take a knife and cut the dough. If you see that the cut surface has these bubbles, that means you have to keep working on it. Few more minutes, give it another check. You see there are less bubbles. I know there are still some, but those are totally okay. Now I'm just shaping the dough into a round shape. Poke a hole in the middle, stretch it to make a big ring. The amount I gave is enough to make 12 pork buns. This is half of the dough, so we will cut it into 6 even pieces. Flatten it and start rolling it. Use the thumb to hold the middle. Right hand rolls it, and left hand holds and turns it. Repeat this again and again. What you are looking for is a wrapper with thick middle and thin edge. Now let's wrap the filling. I put about 2 tablespoons. The thumb and the middle finger go under the wrapper. The forefinger goes on the top. Lift this part up and pinch it to make a pleat. Then use the other hand to help you keep making pleat. Continue doing this all the way around. One important note is that your thumb never leaves the first pleat. You see, I am always holding the first pleat. At the end, you twist the pleat and pinch it together to close the bun. Look how lovely that is. And you just keep doing the rest. Brush some oil on the steamer to prevent sticky. You can also use parchment paper, but make sure you cut some holes so the steam can go through. Put the pork buns in. Be sure to leave some space between each other. Cover it and let it sit for another 15 minutes. I put some warm water under the steamer. That helps the second proof. 15 minutes later, turn on the gas to maximum. Once you bring the water to a boil, keep steaming the pork bun for 15 minutes. Turn off the heat. Do not open the lid for at least 3 minutes, or else it will shrink when the cold air hits the pork bun. Okay, let's check this out. I just love to see the steam coming out. It carries all the flavor of the pork bun. Smells really good. Let's open one up. The skin is very soft. You see the sauce? That means the filling is very juicy. Okay, let's give it this a try. The skin is very soft and fluffy. The filling is the most basic pork filling, but it tastes very juicy and flavorful. This is really good. Reminds me of my childhood because I eat this as breakfast all the time. I hope you give this a try soon. If you did, leave me a comment and let me know how it went. As always, you can check the description for the written down recipe, and please give me a thumbs up. If you like Chinese food, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any episode. If you want to know more about me or support me, check out my Patreon link. It's right there. And I'll see you next time. Bye!